We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Stay tuned for Padres baseball next on the show. Dave Roberts, an Ohio-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Standing in, Jeff Kent. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Guys, the Swingin' Friars as they take the field here tonight. They come in fresh off a victory last time out, but it comes on the heels of a 5-game losing streak prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Turned on down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Batting second, the center fielder, Bobby Ross.
Standing in now, Bobby Bonds. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him as the Giants have taken a 2-0 lead.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly just like that, and they take the lead.
At the plate now, Orlando Cepeda, as he'll take a look at ball 1. No outs, nobody on. One ball and one strike to the Giants' first baseman. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Kevin Mitchell.
Stepping in, Kevin Mitchell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
Bases are empty, one man out. Hard on the ground towards short. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
You don't think being a starting pitcher in this league will test your resolve? He's already given up more runs in the first inning in this one than he did his entire last start. That's the kind of roller coaster ride that will make you a little crazy. But that's kind of how baseball works sometimes.
Into the box now, Jack Clark, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Mitchell stands at first with 1 out. Hard hit ball to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Line to the right side. Myers back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
That is 7. The shortstop, Rich Aurelia.
Into the box now, Rich Aurelia, and a great chance here for the Giants to add on in just the first inning. From the belt, kicks and deals. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Comes set and the 0-1. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Mitchell rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they push their lead to 3 now.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Row, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
One 1-0 pitch on the way.
2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Set. Here's the 3-1, and that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end make a big difference.
From the stretch, Jason Schmidt started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he fouls this one off. He's set. The 2-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. They strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 3-0 San Francisco. Jason Schmidt is on the mound for the Giants in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
So striding forward now, Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Matty, this team is oozing confidence right now. They were playing well coming into this game. And what do? Right out of the chute, top of the first, throw a 3 spot up on the board. They got the opposition on their heels.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. Fouled away. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Will Myers is on deck. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Batting second, the right
So
fielder,
here's Will Myers.
Will Myers.
Now the pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Hit high and deep to right center. Bonds is there, 2 gone.
Batting third, the third baseman, Ken Kaminsky.
So coming to the plate, Ken Kaminsky, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Padres down in order. Still down 3-0. At the plate, Jeff Kent. He reached on a single in his first try.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. popped up. Gonzalez just to the right of the mound. He's got it one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Bobby Bonds.
Ready to take his hacks again, Bobby Bonds, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. One out, nobody on. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Slapped hard the opposite way. Myers is there. 2 down.
Now batting.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Now at the plate, Orlando Cepeda. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And it's fouled away. Here's another 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Giants down in order, but they lead it 3-0. So striding in, Greg Vaughn, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball down around the knees, laid off and called a strike.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope, that's the ball. 1-1.
Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Lays off. 2-2 now. Got him. Into the box now, Adrian Gonzalez. First pitch of the at-bat. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
0-1 count. Here it comes.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Schmidt is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
You'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
Hard hit toward the hole and a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning of this season.
First pitch of the at-bat. Benito Santiago comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch or he's going to start getting hurt.
Runners on first with one down. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with one out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Bobby Bolin enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while.
Bobby Bolin.
Into the box, Kevin Reynolds. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready with the 1-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 now. First and second now, one man out. Hit hard back up the middle, reined in. There's one on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. One batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. One left for San Diego. They trail it here 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and standing in the rookie outfielder Kevin Mitchell. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Myers going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So with one away now, let's quickly give you a look at the standings in the National League West entering play today as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Now batting, Jack Clark. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Myers is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Now batting, third base.
Ready now, Darrell Evans. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A ball that's carrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Mark Loretta. First pitch coming, here it is. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well.
1-1.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Grounded to short. Scooped up. And that's out number one.
Batting ninth.
So digging in now, Dave Roberts. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. The 1-0 home. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out. Stepping in, Will Myers. Runner in scoring position with two gone.
Will Myers.
First pitch on its way. And they start him with one high and away. And that's right there, and we're even at one.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Lined into right, a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with two away, they didn't like their chances there.
Third base.
Right there, you're expecting an RBI. He almost hit it too good. He can't even score.
Boy, too good is it, Mark. This is one right here. It just kind of gets out to the outfielder so quick that the runner not able to score from second base.
Ken Kaminsky is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Working for the punch out, and the offering fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
The 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here now the 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
The 3-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Weak grounder down the line at third. On to first, and the Padre threat goes by the boards as that ends the inning. Padres leave a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
For San Francisco.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rich Aurelia. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. Here comes the first pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now. He drew a base on balls his first time up. '50th pitch of the game on its way. This one's down to third. One there. On to first, and they get them both.
Now batting, the pitcher, Bobby Bolin.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next will be the pitcher, Bobby Bolin. Here's the first pitch to him. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting the showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line toward the gap in left center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
To the plate now, Jeff Kent, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Bobby Bonds would be next. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and that'll give San Francisco a 5-0 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
In now, Bobby Bonds, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Slapped hard the opposite way, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Bye-bye, baby. The Giants strike for a pair as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Giants 5 and the Padres nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Greg Vaughn.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home.
Hey.
3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
At the plate, Adrian Gonzalez. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Fouled off. No runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Ready for another chance? Benito Santiago, a base hit in his first trip. He's set and the pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Hey, this guy's nasty on the mound, and to check swing and not chase that one puts himself right back in the count.
A bullet to first base. A tag, and he's out as he can't get back in time. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We played 4 full. It's the Giants 5 and the Padres nothing. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Orlando Cepeda. Now here's the pitch. Curveball right on the black, taken for a strike. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Good break to that thing, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Hit in the air to right field. After it is Myers. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kevin Mitchell. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. And that's too high, ball 2.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. The pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good battle. Count remains full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Now the skipper of the Padres is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Bruce Hurst enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning.
Bruce Hurst.
Jack Clark will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. He's set. Now the pitch. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back on it is the left fielder, still ranging back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. Second home run early in the year as this lead swells to 7-0.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Standing in now, Darrell Evans. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Still only one out in the inning. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? No, says the third base umpire Patrick Johnson. It's ball one. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Here's another 2-2. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Rich Aurelia waits on deck. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short, and that's through for his first base hit in this one.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate now, Rich Aurelia. Pitch saws him off as this one's lifted in the air, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number two. Now at the plate, Buster Posey. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
Grounded back up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And a good effort here, but he's well safe at first, and there are 2 on and 2 out now.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job, but any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Stepping in now, Bobby Bolin, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. Bye-bye, baby. The Giants strike for a pair as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Giants 7 and the Padres nothing. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said it's been pretty apparent that they're just not finding a lot of hard contact today. There have been a lot of outs on softly hit balls, and while most of the credit for that goes to the opposing pitching, he said it's important for them to continue to make adjustments at the plate. It's games like these where they have to get back to the basics and find a way to generate some offense.
Thank you, Heidi.
Kevin Reynolds.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Kevin Reynolds is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Boy, after that base knock right there, Dero, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Ready. Here's the first offering. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. The second for 1. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play.
The pitcher, number 47, Bruce Hurt.
George Hendrick will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 20. George Hendrick.
In there at the knees, strike one. Now here it comes. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bonds is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Andrew Kashner gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Andrew Kashner.
Ready to take his hacks again, Jeff Kent, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Ball one. Kashner, or just Cash for short. He's in year one of a new 3-year deal. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Myers. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now at the plate, Bobby Bonds. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. He's right there. And that's the second out. Stepping up now, Orlando Cepeda. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses with it. 1-1. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order, but they're still in control, 7-0. Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope. Outside.
And it's fouled away. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. The 1-2. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Here's Will Myers. Myers puts a good swing on it. This one's carrying well to left. Gone! A solo shot here off the bat of Will Myers. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Plate, Ken Kaminsky. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
At the plate, Greg Vaughn, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Pitch on the way. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
Coming to the plate now, Adrian Gonzalez, a hit in 2 tries so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Hit out towards second. It's flagged down deep in the hole. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Digging in, Kevin Mitchell.
The left fielder, Kevin Mitchell.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will track it down. That misses 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Jack Clark comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1. One out, nobody on. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike two.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Count remains full. Another payoff pitch. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are two away.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Darrell Evans. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there for strike one, 0-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're on top 7-1. Scott Garrett gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Scott Garrett.
Last half of the seventh here, and next to hit is the catcher, Benito Santiago.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First offering on its way.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second.
Now batting.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a ball 1-0. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Popped him up. Kent is there. Two gone. Into the box, Mark Loretta. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Loretta.
Pitch on the way. Garrett hails from the Prairie State of Illinois. This is his first year at the big league level. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Clark is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They're down 7-1. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Rich Aurelia. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
3 balls and a strike to count to the Giants shortstop. Line drive to center field. Reynolds is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
1 gone here in the Giants half of the 8th, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Mel Ott will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. No balls and 1 strike. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And he falls behind 0-2. Ott is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. They're on top 7-1. Rod Beck is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 47, Rod Beck.
Ryan Plesko will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The pinch hitter does his job to set the table, and now the top of the order goes to work.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Into the box now, Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. To second for 1, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
The right fielder, number 4,
In now, Will Myers. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
And that misses 1-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. From the belt, kicks and deals. And another foul ball. Ready on 1-2. 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Ready with the 2-2. Fouled away. Another 2-2 offering. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
From the stretch, Ken Kaminsky is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-0 count. The pitch takes this the other way to right. Clark is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Padres leave 1. They're down 7-1. Chris Young comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Young.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jeff Kent. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Reynolds is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9. Next to bat for the Giants, Bobby Bonds. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
1 out, nobody on. Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1. And that misses. 2-1.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power, you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on it.
High in the air out to center field. Reynolds is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Stepping up to the plate, Orlando Cepeda, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Pretty good swing right there as he drives this ball deep. One hops over the wall, and he could just walk into second base with a ground rule double.
Into the box, Kevin Mitchell. This is in the air out to right field. After it is Myers. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Striding in to start the 9th, Greg Vaughn, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Greg Vaughn.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Evans in foul ground. And oh, he can't rein it in. This one's down to third. And there's 1 gone to start the bottom of the 9th.
Now back, first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez.
Stepping into the box, Adrian Gonzalez. First delivery to him on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder is on the move. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Now batting, catcher, Santiago.
Standing in now, Benito Santiago, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home. Misses for the second ball.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
2-1.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
first pitch on its way.
Inside, ball one.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
From the belt, the pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. There's one. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
7-1 the final score in tonight's. The San Francisco Giants posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Bobby Bolin claims the win out of the pen, his first. Dave Roberts struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Padres, 1 run on 9 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.